In this session, I've been asked to discuss section 3.1, number 15. The question is about using a graphing calculator and graphing a equals sine x for x between negative 2 pi and 2 pi and y between negative 3 and 3. For a equal negative 2, 1, and 3. So you're going to do 3 different graphs, and it says put them all in the same viewing window. Well, we can use what I showed you in the previous video on number 8 and graph the sine and put in the negative 2 times sine of x, and then do it again with just sine x, 1 times sine x, and then the 3. Or we can actually get them all in the same viewing window. So if I go to that approach, here you see what my y equals screen looks like. So I've got just the dash, y1 is 2 sine of x, then I've got the bolder line for y2 is sine of x, and then I've got a dotted line for y3 is 3 sine x. So then when I click the graph button, you will see the negative 2 come first. So here's the negative 2 sine x. Then in a bolder, you'll have the sine x. And then in the dotted, the 3 sine x. So you could do them one at a time and then graph each of them, or do them all together as you saw them there, either one. But now to get the graphing in WileyPLUS, I will click here to start. They only give me the sine function to use, so I'll drag it onto my graph. And let's do the negative 2 first. Okay, so we've got the graph here. Let me get it at 0 and kind of centered vertically. But I'll use this tool to scale it or resize it. So I'll click on that one. Now notice I have the pointer. Since this is sine equal negative 2, whenever sine was 1, it's in fact going to be negative 2. So I just take it and drag it across the x-axis. That flips it, and it looks like that. All right. Then I want to put another one on, so I'll take the sine function, bring it on here and drop it. Again, I'll try to move it to the origin and center it vertically. So there is my y equals sine x. Alright, my third one, y equals 3 sine x. I will drag another graph on, drop it, and move it to the origin and center vertically. I might want to leave it a little bit off until I do my scaling. Alright, so this one needs to scale all the way up to 3 and down to negative 3. So it may take a little combination of moving it to get it exactly where I need it. So I am going through the origin, going up to 3 and down to negative 3, because when sine of pi over 2 is 1, this graph will be at 3. Okay, so there's my all 3 graphs on the same line. Do the x-intercepts change? No. They all intercept in the same places. How many units does each graph deviate from the x-axis? Well, the y equal negative 2 sine of x, remember, went down 2 or up 2 from negative 2 to 2. Sine of x only goes 1 unit from the x-axis, up or down. And 3 sine x goes 3 units, up or down. So by how many units would the sine of negative 21 sine x, y equal negative 21 sine x deviate? 21 units. And we submit. And there, finally it shows my answer. Okay, so that's how you do that one.